Welcome back, everybody, to the Detroit Lions franchise here on Madden 20. As today we continue season number 5 here, nearing the conclusion of season number 5 as we are now in week 15, preparing for a divisional matchup against the 7-6 Minnesota Vikings, which should be a fun one. For the 4th straight week, we have a player of the week, and this one goes to Tez Lawson. He did most of his damage in the first half. Didn't honestly have a crazy game. He was just very efficient. 13 for 1,979 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns. But Tez won it in week 11, Trey Flowers in week 12, Chidobe Awuzie last week in week 13, or I guess that would be 2 weeks ago now. And then Tez Lawson won it the previous week in week 14. So we have had 4 straight players of a week, which is very impressive. And I think that just goes to show how good this football team has really been pretty much this whole season. I want to take a quick look at Tez because his numbers are very good. Almost 3,500 yards, 28 touchdowns, 8 picks, 62% completion percentage. And then he's been doing damage in the run as well. Over 10 yards a carry at 503 yards, 4 touchdowns. So we still got 3 games to go. Where does that put him in the MVP race, you may ask? Well, they got Tez right now at number 1. It's been a close race with him, Newton, Lamar Jackson, and Kareem Hunt throughout the season. But Tez is now has the sole possession of first place, so hopefully he can continue to play well down the stretch and win his first career MVP. Looking at the standing, it's been a wild season with a win and Giants, and no, just a win and a Giants loss. We will get the 1 seed since we do own the tiebreaker over Carolina, so really how the Panthers play doesn't affect us too much seeding-wise the rest of the year as you take a look at the rest of the conference. The AFC is where things get weird. There are only 4 teams over 500, 3 of which are in the AFC North. You got the Browns and Ravens, who have already clinched. The Bengals are 7-6, and then you got the Steelers, who are 6-7. So you got the Browns, Bills as the top 2 seeds. For Ravens is the 5 seed, the Bengals is the 6 seed. But what about the 3 and 4 seeds? They currently belong to the 6-7 Titans and the 6-7 Jets. So basically, if the season ended today, there would be 2 under 500 teams in the playoffs for the AFC. 2 of the 4 division winners would be under 500. I found that rather incredible and kind of funny. Going into this game against the Vikings, it's a very important one for Minnesota. They're really playing for their playoff lives. They're going to be without their young star quarterback, Luis Salazar, for the rest of the season. He got hurt recently, and he will not be returning to action, which is unfortunate for them because he has been phenomenal this season, and he has really developed quickly into one of the young, best elite quarterbacks in the NFL. And this division is going to be really fun for a while with Tez Lawson with us, Luis Salazar with the Vikings, and then the Packers rookie Zachary Weary, who also has superstar X Factor. All 3 of them have X Factor, and then you got Trubisky and the Bears. But I mean, Salazar's numbers have been excellent this season, so they're really going to miss him. Who's going to be starting over him, you may ask? Well, their backup is Antoine Nan, 4th-year man out of Auburn. Nan was a somewhat high draft pick a couple years ago, has superstar development, and is a fairly capable backup. He's a 76 with superstar. So this is no slouch for Minnesota, who's going to be playing at quarterback today. He's not as good as Luis Salazar, but he's a very respectable backup, one of the best in the league, and he's probably going to get paid big money this offseason to potentially be a starter. We just got to see if he can play up to that starting caliber here. And this test against one of the better defenses in the NFL, in the Lions, will certainly be a nice test for Antoine Nan. So let's get this game underway. The 12-1 Detroit Lions trying to continue to improve their seeding here in the postseason in their pursuit for a 2nd straight Super Bowl victory, taking on the 7-6 Minnesota Vikings. Here are the Lions, 3rd and 9. Lawson scrambling like he's late on a date. He's going to show off the wheels, and the juke move. What a play by Lawson. Nice run of 19 for before the Florida State Seminole. 4th and 3 now. Look at this. The Lions are going to fake the punt. More fake than my ex-girlfriend. Look at Nick Bawden, the fullback, all the way to the 23. Very interesting call there to fake the punt, but it works. Lions would have to settle for a field goal. Their offense would do nothing in response of the fake punt, and the score is 3-0. Minnesota has it here. Here's Jamar Golden Jukes the defender, and he's gone, untouched like weekend homework. And the Minnesota Vikings are on the board. Golden would get hurt shortly after. He only had 2 touches, this being the first one. But it's a pretty darn good one. Long touchdown run for Minnesota. Ensuing Vikings possession after a Lions stop. 3rd and 7. Salazar connects with Stephon Diggs for a nice first down. And the Vikings are looking quite good early in this football game. 2nd and 12 now. Salazar will connect with his tight end, Irv Smith. And Smith, the former Alabama Crimson Tide, will get it to the 18. Now it's 3rd and 1 from the 9. Handoff here for Duke Johnson, and it's a fumble. Jarrett Davis forces it out, recovered by Shaquem Griffin, and the Lions force a turnover on 3rd down in the red zone. That is gigantic. What can the Lions do with this new opportunity? Here's Lawson. He gets it to Kenny Golladay, who will get it to the 35. Nice play for Detroit. Following play action fake. The handoff for Dakota Sloan is a no-go. And Lawson is going to be sacked by Daniil Hunter, who's going downstairs where Daddy hides the vodka. Daniil Hunter doing what he does best, and that's hunting the quarterback. Daniil Hunter again with the sack, his 2nd of the day. He is in the zone, which is bad news if you're Detroit. Vikings would have the ball now, 2nd and inches. Nan fakes the handoff, and he's going to be brought down by Shaquem Griffin. One hand, don't care. Nice sack for Shaquem. Lions will get it back now, 2nd and 2. Tez Lawson going to scramble with it to his left. You might as well call him Kim Jong-un because he's launching nukes. Connecting with his tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, for a gain of 42, the Jackie Robinson number. 3rd and goal now from the 6. Lawson looking for the end zone for Lawrence Parnell, who gets the touchdown. Parnell's been a touchdown machine since he's entered the NFL. Had 13 touchdowns as a rookie. Now has 13 touchdowns this year. He continues to rack up the big numbers in that category. Minnesota would have it back, but not for too much longer, as Nan is going to be picked off by Chidobe Awuzie, who returns it for 6. That is Awuzie's 4th interception in the past 3 games, after only having 1 interception in the first 11 games. Lions would get it back shortly after. There's Dakota Sloan, the Harvard graduate, with a nice play right there. Now it's 2nd and 19. Lawson with a beautiful throw for his tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, the former Hawkeye, will get 20 and a first down. Remember when it was 7-3 in the 2nd quarter? Well, that Viking lead has gone out the window. Lions with 17 unanswered here in the 2nd quarter. Lawrence Parnell with the touchdown, his 2nd of the game, and it's now 24-7 as we advance now to the 2nd half. 3rd and 3, Duke Johnson loses a couple yards. That was Damon Tharp with the tackle, the 4th-year safety from North Dakota. Not North Dakota State, North Dakota. He's more of a depth player. Probably the first time he's really ever made a somewhat big play in his career, but good for you, Mr. Tharp. Lions have it, 3rd and 7. There's Kenny Golladay with a gain of 42. Once again, the Jackie Robinson number. Following play from the 49, Lawson scrambling like eggs on a frying pan. Going to go deep, and it's going to be caught. Excellent contested grab by T.J. Hawkinson as he Randy Mossed that defender. 2nd and goal now. When in doubt, as the great RMP would once say, keep calm and carry on. Touchdown for Kerryon Johnson, and the Lions are now up by 24. Detroit on a 28-0 run, to be specific, as Kerryon and Hawkinson with the celebration, and it is now 31-27 late here in the 3rd quarter, as Nan will connect with Stephon Diggs, who gets it to the 38. Vikings really just need some sort of spark at this point to try to get back in this game. Now it's 3rd and 8 from the 11 into the 4th quarter. Nan would be intercepted again, this time by Darius Big Play Slay. You can't spell intercepted without the D. And not only is this the 2nd interception of the day for Detroit, but it's their 2nd pick 6 of the day. Darius Slay will find the end zone, his 5th interception of the season, which ties the league lead. Chidobe Awuzie also with 5, which ties the league lead. So now it's 38-7. Really not looking good for the Vikings, as there's Ivan Holt, the former Nebraska Cornhusker, with a nice play. Now 4th and 7. A 33-yard field goal attempt to make it a 28-point game. Make it look a little bit more respectable in the score sheet. Peter Washington makes it, as it's now 38-10. that's really all that would happen. Not a very exciting finish. Detroit gets the win. Final score 38-10.